Congratulations, Professor Krishnadath, on your prestigious European grant. It promises to bring a lot of novel findings into the area of Barrett's. So can you tell the young ISDE community what your grant is about and where you plan to take this project?
Thank you very much, David. I'm happy to tell you something about this grant. I was very happy that I was invited last year by the Young ISDE to tell you something about the translational work I was doing, and this is actually part of the translational work. It's a follow-up of the work that I've been doing for many, many years. So the grant is about looking at biomarkers that we've been studying for the past 15, 20 years. And now we have the opportunity to implement these markers in the clinic. And we have always been doing multicenter study, but always in one country. And now we have the opportunity to do it in 7 different high-risk areas within the European Union. So, and that is, I think, unique about this grant. It's also unique that actually for the first time we are going to really implement biomarkers in clinical decision making.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. I mean, you mentioned about biomarkers in Barrett's management. It's a very hot topic. It's been a hot topic for years because we've always wanted to know which patients are particularly high risk of progressing. So given that there's a hot topic, can you tell us what makes your approach and your molecular analysis unique amongst the field of research in this area?
So what I want to say is that there are many unique methods. So our method is definitely not the only one. So there are different methods that will give you the same answer. I think the nice thing about our method that is really applicable and implementable in the clinic, because we are using a technology that is already used for diagnosis. For instance, if you look at breast cancer, and based on these diagnoses, clinical decisions are made. And of course, nowadays there are very nice novel technologies, including artificial intelligence. But these novel technologies are nice in the lab, but they need 10 to 20 years of development before you can implement them in the clinic. So I think that is the difference. It's sort of an old-fashioned technique, old-fashioned in a lab, but ready to be implemented in the clinic.
That sounds wonderful. Nothing wrong with being old-fashioned. Old-fashioned values we all adore. So in terms of translatability, what timeframes are you thinking of in terms of your research and being able to influence the way we practice Barrett surveillance?
So I think this study specifically focuses on early cancers, and we are going to validate a marker set. And I think after 5 years, because that's the project, we will have to decide with the society, and that's why the ISDE platform is very nice, with the society whether this could be a standard way of guiding people how to follow up on patients who have early Barrett cancers. So I think most of the time this sort of procedures are lengthy. So if after 5 years we end our project, probably it will take another 5 years before it's in guidelines.
Yeah. Okay.
And repeated by other centers, of course.
Yeah, that's really exciting work, and we're looking forward to this. Now, one of the things I like you to, impart your wisdom on is that as the president of ISDE, you oversaw the establishment of Young ISDE, and one of our mission is to form a community of young esophagologists and encourage them to participate in research. So you mentioned that this is a project that involves multiple collaborations across multiple centers. What are some of the messages you want to send out to our up-and-coming community about getting engaged in research, and particularly high-end research? How could they get involved?
So I think being involved in research is important, but really the motivation has to come from yourself, how much you want to be involved, if you want to be hands-on or only be participating, like for instance you bring in patients, so you're already involved, you will be informed of what's going on, but you can be more active, but it really depends on yourself. And if you are motivated, it it will not be hard to find a group and to join a group and participate in the research, even if it's translational. I would say nowadays with our heavy clinical duties, it's nice to do translational research where you also can see how what you're doing is implemented in the clinic. Yeah.
Lovely pearls of wisdom. I'd like to thank you one last time, Sheila, on being part of this interview, and also congratulations once again on an amazing achievement and on this prestigious EU grant.
Thank you, David. Thank you.
Professor Krishnadath, thank you very much.